I advocate for a well-prepared education system with mediators to address female genital mutilation because there's a lack of information, particularly amongst the health professionals. That's what I can say about the personnel. Most of them lack a clear understanding of what female genital mutilation entails. They may have heard about it, seen a picture, something on TV. No, it goes beyond that. It's crucial for them to delve deeper into the issues that you're working on. What is being said as not to imply there are families that have lost children and things. And most of the women who are here are accompanied by, as he says, they are accompanied by their husbands, and there is a barrier. When your husband accompanies you, you can't talk. I want to talk to my doctor. There are things I want to talk about, but I don't want my husband to hear them.
Despite living here for years, I only learned about this last year. And with, well, not every day, but of course what she said, normal. Sometimes I think it's good to let the woman meet their midwives alone, because there are things being talked about between the two women. And the man shouldn't be... It's not that he shouldn't be there, because nothing happens to my wife, because I already know him, so anything... But it's for the sake of intimacy. She can go by herself, and then she'll talk. But that's why the first time the family doctor told my wife about my daughter, I said, "Oh, well, I already knew before you came that when my daughter goes to Gambia, we don't have to mutilate her. That's how it should be and always be, and how it should always be remembered, because human beings can easily be influenced or swayed from what is right."
When I started contacting people and discussing mutilation, some told me it wasn't a good topic. However, due to my education and understanding, I chose not to mutilate my daughter and left her intact. Here when I came here, they never asked me. I was mutilated. I didn't hide it or anything, but I am mutilated, and nobody asked me, "Are you mutilated?" Because they call us imperfect, incomplete women. We know we are incomplete, but why? You can touch my hair, you can touch my ears, you can touch anything, my foot, my finger, but something comes up. It's this. It doesn't just mean because I have my clitoris cut that, no, I'm not an incomplete woman. No. What about the women who have slits here? They are twice incomplete, aren't they? And the women who tattoo all of this. Also, the women who get tits, or the women who get asses. How do we put it? For me, I don't know if anyone has the same opinion or something like that. I say something is wrong. Something is wrong. We have to sit down and talk. We have to solve it. We have to look for a concrete answer. We also hope that future generations won't stop discussing mutilation as extensively as today. That's what we are doing. What he says is true. Your mother, your father can take your daughter. He comes to you and then he says, "Oh, I've done you a favour." And you say, "What favour?" "No, I've done you a favour." And when you arrive, what favour? They've mutilated your daughter. And you know that when you come back here, you'll go to jail. What do? Do you leave your child there until she grows up, marries and has a daughter and then returns? Who's going to open her legs? Nobody. As she's now an adult. Will the father be jailed? No. Many girls have been trapped in this situation and cannot return. Nobody asks why. Because we know that they've broken the law in Africa. If we rely on African law, I could mutilate somebody and the next day they declare it illegal. The next day you're sent to jail. The whole family gets involved, brings cola, like our symbol of cola or money. I give it to the police or so. And then I give it to the police or so, or someone from that, and that's it. You're free. Where is the punishment? No, there is no punishment. The damage is done. What should be done? Education, workshops. It's this. If not, awareness. If not, no, they don't know anything. It's a job. It's a job for the community because I don't want to lose a community. But I have to deal with it. How? Well, there are people, if the community is very important, it's like a burden that you can't, because we say we have to be united. We have to help each other. We have to. What the community says, what it says is this, and that's it. It's very complicated. What we face is very complex, that we don't know how to break this barrier.
The final decision is usually taken by the man. So what happens? Well, if the man or at home decides that his daughter is not going to do it, she is not going to do it. But if the man makes the decision and decides that it is going to be done, what happens? Well, the woman stays silent because the man is in charge, so it's done. But yes, I think that now, as I said before, men don't want to get involved in so much trouble or so much suffering. So nobody pays attention to, well, I'm going to take my daughter, or my daughter is going to... Because no, but I sincerely think that men, now as they are, if they continue like this, I think that in a couple of years, I know that we are not going to remove it completely. But there will be many changes because they are the ones in charge. If they say yes, then yes. But if they say no, then no. So the truth is that if the men stand up in this sense, I believe that we will remove it in no time at all.
On mutilation, I think that men and women have to talk. They have to talk about the issues and not hide. Talk. This is why they are a couple, or this is why they are a community. But they have to talk about this practice because this practice is killing and it is hurting women quite a lot. Girls who have not been asked anything. I think that it's very important that the involvement of men is active. The people who speak out, when they speak out, everybody is present. These people are the most important to get the message across. To get the message across wherever they are.
What was really lacking is like, let's say, the social media issue. So let's say the campaigns, because yes, there are campaigns, because there are women who are campaigning a lot. But the problem is that sometimes they're not. What I see sometimes in the news in my country, sometimes they are not. Men are not included. Well, the feeling that, they watch TV or they listen to it. But the problem is if they tell you, well, we are going to do this campaign, but we need such and such men or such and such men to come and we will talk about it. So if, for example, there are 20 women or 5 men, more or less, I think there will be, but there are campaigns that are quite, but the problem is almost, what I'm saying, they are mobilizing women and the men are also. Well, they are thinking, or it's somewhat normal, that yes, let the women do the campaigning. But normally if the women do it and the men support it, it would be different. The problem is, yes, there are a few, but very few men who are included, and some who don't even want to get involved, like what I said about religion, where it's causing a lot of problems because some say yes, but others say no, that it's not necessary. So it's a bit of a sensitive issue. Why don't men get involved in the female genital mutilation issue?
Why has the number of mediators in the public system been reduced?